property investing and marriage are extremely similar. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. Good day, good day, good day. Savvy ICanWin here. And in this video, we're going to be talking about how property investing and marriage are extremely similar. Now, I know for some of you guys who are tuning into this video, you're going to be saying to yourself, Samuel, property investing and marriage, how have you connected those two? And even a few of you are going to be thinking of some of the more obvious ways that they may be similar, which we're not really going to deep dive into in this video. So for some of you might be saying, well, I get it. You buy a property and have it for life, just like a wife. Well, not exactly. Because in this video, I want to share with you 3 things that are extremely similar between property investing and marriage, which are going to equip you, whether you're a beginner property investor or an extremely experienced property investor, to literally supercharge your property investing journey. So without further ado, let's jump into the first one. You see, the first similarity that I see very clearly between marriage and property investing is that it's not taught in schools. You see, the interesting thing is I used to work as a secondary and A-level maths teacher, and I even became a teacher trainer, teaching teachers how to teach. And one of the things that really surprised me was roughly in the year 2008, 2009, when we had a global credit crisis, and for some reason, it was nowhere to be seen on the national curriculum that year, the year after, or the year after that. You see, that extremely surprised me as a teacher, because I thought to myself, if we are having global events and not teaching our students about those global events on a regular basis, routine basis, when these things happen, then are we really equipping our children, the next generation, or even ourselves for the problems that we have faced? And it was literally that experience that made me start to realize that some of the most important things in our lives are not taught in school. Take, for example, marriage, and take, for example, property investing. Now, something I find interesting is the simple fact that every single person in some way, shape or form at some time are going to live inside of a property. So even if you're not an investor per se, property is extremely important. So why is this not taught in schools? And very similarly, marriage is extremely important. So why is that also not taught in schools? I want to encourage you that the moment you start to realize that some of the most important things in our lives are not taught in the school system, to take it on your own stride to make sure that you start to develop yourself in those specific areas. Now, number 2, the easy option quite often in marriage and in property investing is usually not the right option. Now, the interesting thing is I'm a strong believer that the right way to do things is always simple, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the right way to do things is always easy. You see, gone are the days where everything is going to be easy, even though you do have a microwave which will warm up your food in a few minutes, or even though you can go to a car wash and have someone else, a literal machine, wash your car again in a few minutes. Now, although we have many of these amenities in life, one of the things I want to encourage you to understand is that a lot of the time, the easy option is not always the best option. So, for example, many people know that microwaves are highly connected to cancer and other health issues. Now, this isn't a medical channel, so I don't want to go down that route, but I want you guys to understand how simply it is to see that so many things in life which are easy are not always the best things to choose. It's interesting because there are many people who choose a spouse and in not too long find themselves, like the 50% divorce rate shows, departing from their spouse, simply because maybe in some cases they chose the easy option. I want to encourage you again in this video to be one of those people who takes full advantage of doing the work. Now, when I say doing the work, in marriage, the way I see doing the work, it's making yourself whole, making yourself better. So when you go into that relationship, you can be a better asset to your spouse. And equally, inside of property investing, it's all about making yourself better, equipping yourself, educating yourself. So as you go into the property marketplace, you can be a better investor. If you're getting value from any of this content, feel free to hit that like button, and side by side with that, why not subscribe to the channel so you can get all of the content as I share it in the future. And if you're going to hit subscribe, you might as well press that bell notification so you can be notified every single time that I drop another video. So let's jump into the third reason. So for number 3, what I want to share with you is a simple fact that investing in yourself always serves to produce better long-term results. Now, please bear in mind, I've said long-term results. You see, there are many people, like I alluded to in point 2, who don't invest in themselves in order to be a better asset for their potential spouse. And equally in the property field, there are many people who don't invest in themselves so they can be better investors for the next generation, who's going to obviously inherit what they actually build in terms of a portfolio, but side by side with that, for themselves in terms of the cash flow they can create to allow them to maybe replace their income or allow them to set up a pension or many of the other things that we actually get invested in property to do. So I want to encourage you to understand that this third reason is probably one of the most powerful reasons, because as we decide to invest in ourselves, become a healthier person, become a wealthier person, become someone who's wiser, sharper, smarter, faster, what we literally do is we equip ourselves to have our best probable relationship in marriage. And equally in property investing, it's exactly the same. By you investing in yourself, by you equipping yourself, by you making sure that you are as fast, as smart, as sharp, as quick as you can be, you're equally putting yourself into the best set of shoes for you to take full advantage of the property investing market. Now, if one of the things we've shared in this video, if you took value, I'd love for you to write a comment below and let us know what really stood out to you. Side by side with that, if you're one of the people who are watching this and thinking to yourself, well, there's things I do in my marriage that makes my marriage work, what I'd love for you to do is share them in the comments as well, so we can see how they might relate to how we can make our property investing supercharged so we can move further faster in our investing journeys also. So as I usually say, remember that small keys open up big doors, and I would encourage you to make sure that you invest in yourself so you can get the best out of your property investing. Why not go watch this video right here, where you can understand how you can move even further faster in your property investing journey. This is Samuel ICanWin. I'm signing out, and I'll see you on the next one.